what it is. Waiting for Tyler, at least. And I did invite some of the folks from our team to jump on. We'll see if they do or not. Most of them are not as comfortable on the camera. That's the best way I could put it. Get the headphones plugged in today. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Excited to get rocking and rolling this morning. AEP is a coming. Post Labor Day is definitely full court press time when it comes to the Medicare world of getting ready, getting things rolling. So we're excited to talk about that today. We're going to get going on that, on what everybody else is doing, what you should be doing. That's really what top 1% folk are doing right now, is really fine tuning plans more so than in enacting plans. But yeah, we got a lot of exciting things coming up. Hopefully you are having a wonderful day. But yeah, I guess I'll kind of go over while I'm waiting for Tyler to get logged in. He says he's trying to get logged in. In essence, the ingredients to having a successful AEP, whether it's individual health or Medicare, they both really have a similar style blitzkrieg opportunity, where you have 54 days for Medicare to make something happen. Morning, Terrence, good to see you. Make something happen for yourself. Make something happen in life. What's your 2024 going to look like? Well, those that are in the Medicare industry, this is an opportunity to really catapult yourself into 2024 with momentum and a boost and a good footing below you. There's Tyler. What's up, brother? Morning.
What's that?
Good morning.
Good morning.
How's it going?
It's going.
Yeah. You look worn out.
Rough this morning.
Yeah. I hear you. I feel you. Yesterday I woke up at 3 a.m. for whatever reason. And then I got myself all pissed off looking at my schedule, because I had my schedule was all jacked up. Like I had this 1 hour window to get to a 2 hour drive.
Nice.
So frustrations, right? Getting smoothed over. And that's part of the growing process, I guess, to start with. When you have staff, sometimes there's a calibration process. And what I've learned, Tyler, is people are only as effective and efficient as I train them to be. So if I don't give thorough training on how something's supposed to happen or be done, then imagine that I get frustrated when things aren't done the way I want them. But yeah, I'm excited. I don't know about you. AEP's coming. In some respects, I'm like, but in some respects, I'm like, yeah. And then other parts of me are like, let's fucking go, right? And it's that way every year. And then when it happens, each year I get into it. I guess it's kind of like being a veteran. They don't really bother me anymore. And see, I got to program that out. It's coming back, Tyler. I can't let it come back. The value
for a week.
The value of AEP, like I was just telling people before you jumped on, is really this opportunity to catapult yourself into next year. And what is your January going to look like is determined for the next 3 months. Like how hard you go, how efficient you go. So going hard is one thing, but just going hard and driving around all day, helping nobody and doing no applications is a big waste of time and energy, right? But are you sitting right now, because with September 6th, are you sitting right now with the full pre-AEP?
Myself personally?
Sure.
No.
It was a theoretical question for the audience, if you will. When I look at my pre-AEP, if I go to the first Sunday, wonder why I blocked out the 5th, 6th, and 7th of October.
Fishing trip?
Oh, that's right. Just in case for James. He didn't finalize, though. But I need to know soon, because it's like 3 days that are not filled in my calendar. I was like, what is this? What is going on? Because the rest of them are pretty full. We look at the 9th, week of the 9th. The week of the 9th isn't as full. So we've definitely got some work to do. But where I'll fill the gaps right now are this week. So starting tomorrow, Friday, every day next week, and Monday, Tuesday of the 18th, 19th, I have client appreciation lunches every single day. So for the next, what is that? 2, 4, 9 days, 9 business days in a row of showing love to the fam is really what I look at like. And we're going to do a lot of fun stuff. Knowing accurate head counts allows me to stay within compliance and do fun things like giveaways and other stuff, give away some fun prizes and other things to my client base for just being part of the family and having an outflow for something like that. I don't have anything I can talk about. All right, whatever. What is Sally? If he's watching, you're a Sally. What do you mean you don't have anything to talk about? You just talk. That's how talk shows work. People talk to you and you respond. Right, Tyler?
Right.
See how that worked, Holden? See how easy that was? Don't worry. I'll guide you through this. I'll just ask the questions, right? It reminds me of dynamite dropping money that broadcasting school's really paying off from Major League. And he goes, I heard that. Anyways, back off the grind here. So AEP right now, I have the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th pretty well filled. And then now I'm at the 9th through the 13th has some openings, but I would say about 30% filled right now. When I get into the 15th and beyond, though, that's where it gets fun. Right now I've got a couple of spots, but I'm starting to get full all the way from the 15th through the 31st, which is always my goal to get to that point before. Do I register client appreciation events as an informal marketing event? No. It's a current member event, and you don't really need to file it with anything. The bonus is you can encourage them to bring family and friends. You accidentally get referrals by doing that. Oh, snap. The Medicare chief took the challenge. He fired up his red, Tyler. Should I bring him in studio? But yeah, Terrence, you don't have to register it as an event. What you can do, though, is coordinate with your carrier reps. If you can segment your book of business down to carrier and specific plan. So as an example, if you have 25 members on a specific plan for a specific carrier in a specific area, you can go to your carrier rep and ask them, tell them you want to do an AEP review event for those current members on that plan. And you invite all 25 of those members to an event for that one carrier. And if you position it correctly, usually they'll pay for the advertising, they'll pay for the postcards to invite them, they'll pay for the event, the location, and whatnot. You usually get them to participate heavily when it's you trying to do a retention event. But let's bring the Medicare chief up on in this sound gun. What's up, dog?
Howdy. How you guys doing?
I'm good. Tyler?
Can you hear me?
I'm exhausted. That's my only issue. No, and I was trying to plan and prep because my calendar is not full, but I also haven't dropped my annual reminder out yet. And I was looking at the calendar, trying to take care of everything, and went, damn it, it's already the 5th. So I was up until just after 3 a.m.
Oh, snap.
Getting my stuff.
I'm going to jump off of this version and jump into the car because I just realized I have my first appointment in Wheat Ridge to write an app at 8 a.m. So we're going to talk to me in the car on my way to write applications. So I'm going to be dunking on Holden's head on the way, basically, is what we're going to happen here. So I'm just going to dunk some apps on you guys. So I'm going to jump in the car and I will jump on. But I'm going to leave this version on in the studio so the podcast stays on. So boom, shagalaga.
Oh, sweet. Gonna be a extra quad fourplex. Wonder if we can get anybody in his office to go in there.
He planned that just so he could brag about going to write an app this morning. He had it all planned out. Remember, he said he woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning to look at his calendar.
Well, what is it? The 6th, and I'm already at 12. What are you at?
What, this month?
Yeah.
3 or 4.
3-1. So yeah, I'm gonna brag a little bit.
That's fine.
Not bad.
Right, Tyler?
Not bad.
I can't hear what you guys are saying. I can see the body language. The dominance has been asserted. All right. I'll do the old school thing in basketball. Scoreboard.
Old is right.
Old, yeah, no, I'll own that. I got the white beards to prove it. Yeah, I'll take old. What's it feel like to get beat by an old man?
Pretty horrible.
Yeah, I bet. Better do some more push-ups to get warmed up.
If it has anything to do with physical activity, you're gonna lose.
Maybe.
But if it's riding apps, okay, fine. It's like working out physical activities, not like playing a sport, like lifting. I feel like I'd work you over
in basketball, golf. There's a handful of sports.
That's why I said lifting of any kind, of any type of weightlifting event or cardio event.
That's not actual. That's not actual talent.
Yeah,
that's
bro.
Brute force.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
That's just soccer. Brute force. That's not talent. That's force.
That's fine. I'll take it. I'll take whatever W I can get.
What the heck is the name of the damn browser for Safari? Goddamn.
For what?
I never use it.
I don't know.
Paste. All right. I gotta jump on the road, but I will talk to you guys in a minute.
Bye. So you're gonna close that screen out, or is that just gonna stay up?
He's got to leave that up, otherwise it'll close the podcast. That's why I said I wonder if we can get anybody in the office to go in there and mess with it. See if we can get Aaron to like go over.
We probably could get Dylan if he was awake.
Take control.
So what's been up with you?
Running around taking care of Pops. Did not turn out the way we wanted it to.
Really?
Small cell lung cancer.
What is small cell 1 cancer?
Lung.
Oh, okay. Really? It was with his lungs, even though he had something going on with his head?
Yeah, metastasized, got into his blood and lymph system and spread up to his brain. So now they got to do radiation because the chemo can't penetrate the blood-brain barrier.
Damn. That's
and
intense.
then they got to do the chemo after that to kill the stuff in the lungs. And I don't know. We got to wait for doctors and stuff. And like this time, it's like one of those things, don't Google what's wrong with you on WebMD, right?
Because you'll just read that you're going to die right away.
My toe hurts. I'm going to die. Like this time is a terrible idea to try and Google any of that. It's like you're going to die in 6 months.
That's intense. That's intense for sure.
The only reason I know that it's serious is my dad's as much, if not a bigger chocoholic than I am. And he gave up sugar. Oh. And Holden is gone. Uh-oh. The machine dropped it out. All right, cool. Well, I'll solo act this for a little while, I suppose. Holden gets booted. Josh's black screen. This is great. Okay, so getting ready for AEP. I was up until like just after 3 a.m. making sure I got my reminder card done to drop out. Just a reference point for anybody who's trying to do anything. Vistaprint is currently mailing about 10 to 14 days out for your drops. So if you're mailing anything to current clients for that, you probably ought to make sure to get that in last week or as soon as possible. And then one of the things that I was working on over this past week, and huge thanks to my IT guy. He's been an amazing help with some of this stuff. I'm very lucky to have my stepdad being able to help me with this, but I was able to get a live legal DocuSign loaded onto my website so I can get a scope of appointment signed by all my clients. So using my reminder emails or directing people to that, I can have them go right online to my website, type it in, DocuSign, fill it out, and I can have my scope of appointment done. Why would I want to do that right now? Well, because it's good for 12 months, so why wouldn't I want to do that right now? I'm going to be able to get into AEP, talk about whatever I want with any of my clients so that I can go over all their stuff and just knock everything out, lickety-split, bring it back up to the old times where I'm able to run through 50, 60, 70 plus app or meetings during pre-AEP. I am not all that tech savvy, but was able to figure out how to get through that with some direction and guidance. So if I can do it, anybody that's watching, y'all can do that as well. Adobe makes it very, very simple with their online data capture. Hey, he's back. All right.
Back. There we go.
All right, that's the last time I can save you. I really have to fucking leave the office now. Okay?
I have to leave the office.
I have to get to Wheat Ridge by 8, Tyler. You think I can do it?
How far is it?
Hour and 15 minutes.
Oh, wow. He's got 40 minutes, huh?
Play doubles on the way there. Play doubles.
Triples?
You should be good with doubles.
I'm missing it. What is that? Triples, I'm assuming, what, going 100 miles an hour? Am I wrong?
Oh, doubles. Double the speed limit.
Oh, gotcha.
I mean, considering 76 is 75 miles an hour, I mean, if he can pull off 150 the whole way, he'll make it.
Oh, and that Beamer, yeah, he definitely can he?
Couldn't do it in the Bronco.
Hell no. But you could run people over in the Bronco to save time, too.
Yes, I could. That's, I'd do a little better than stop and go jams.
I have none of those tools in my Kia. So.
You got the maneuverability.
Yeah.
Like a little honeybee. Just paint it yellow. It'll be a miniature version of Bumblebee.
No, not painted yellow. I will not do that. I'll be happy if the Kia survives another 3 years. I already put like 25, 26,000 miles on it this year, which is crazy. I've never put that many miles on a car in 1 year.
Yeah, you're getting up there.
One lap around the Earth. That's good.
It's not bad. It's one lap around the Earth.
Wait, is it really 27,000 miles? I'm Googling that.
It's something like that. 20-something.
24.
Oh, so Josh is still with us. He just can't be seen.
Oh, yeah.
24,901 miles. That's crazy.
I
didn't know that.
Yep. Well, you're outpacing me this year.
Mileage-wise?
Yeah. Although I am not happy that I'm as close to you as I am with most of those being on or half of those being on the Bronco. All driving on that thing.
That could have been easily changed because you've only had the Bronco less than half the time you've had that truck. So you could have been driving the truck. You just chose to put it on the Bronco.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. I love that thing. It's amazing to drive. No, so while you were off, I was...
Drive the Bronco and tow the truck.
There you go.
Realistically, the truck could tow the Bronco better than the other way around.
Really?
The truck's got double the towing capacity. I don't know why.
Well, it's Ford fucking Ranger. That's
why. Ford Ranger!
Sometimes that video pop up on Facebook or on YouTube, and I have to watch it just because it's such a good one.
It is a great beat. Yeah, it's a good bit.
Oh, man.
All right. Got him.
What is it?
So Vistaprint's mailing 2 weeks out, huh? Is that what I heard you say?
Yeah, so I hadn't done my AEP mailer cards. I was still dicking around trying to dial in what to get on them. So I was up. So I did it this morning, and they're supposed to drop like the 19th to 23rd.
Dang.
Is the estimated delivery date right now. So
that's right of the wire, isn't it?
Yeah. I would.
My newsletter / hey, it's AEP call. We need to get a review on the board. I'm going to be calling you as well as going out Monday. This coming Monday is when it's going out. But I'm not using Vistaprint. I'm using a company here in St. Louis, and they print it out, put it in an envelope, and mail it out.
There you go.
Just like that. So
that's good.
I like having a little more. It just gave me a little more control over it than with Vistaprint.
Well, yeah, no, I like it. And you're doing more of an actual newsletter style, right? So something more quarterly. So you need to be able to dial in and drop it out.
Yeah, they've been just one-sided, but for the AEP one, they're two-sided. One side is all the normal stuff I would just have in the quarter, and the whole backside's AEP planning. Hey, it's time of the year to talk about this. Please contact me. I'm going to be reaching out to you. After October 1st, I'm coming at you really hard and heavy if I have not heard from you, so get a hold of me as soon as possible. said a little more eloquently than that. You know, it is a little early this morning.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, no, I was really planning on having this thing done, sent in, ordered up before the end of August at the latest. That way it was hitting mailboxes by the 15th. Be on point. No.
Mike's really good at giving you away.
Fire, ready, aim. Not ready, aim, ready, aim, fire.
Yeah, no, that was fire. Oh, shit. Take cover. We're getting bombs dropped on us. That's what happened to me.
Right. Soldier, move it.
Are you still on your phone speaker or are you on the car speaker?
I'm on the car speaker. Is it bad?
You were super quiet.
Yeah.
All right, let me see if I can fix it.
Short of the message I got from Josh, or the team got from Josh, I've heard nothing else about the Walmart store except, yes, here's your store. You 100% get it from my broker manager. So I was sitting over here trying to figure out what I was going to do.
Oh, yeah, no, I was worrying about
I was pretty happy to see that text.
So, yeah, no, that was good. That was part of my calendar, Phil, and I was like, oh, that's... Oh, what?
I don't know. He's frozen. Look at his face. He's frozen. He's funny looking.
He's whistling.
He's all puckered up.
Whistling to see. What'd you say, bro? I think he said.
If you can make that out, you're a genius.
I think I got this, but I'm gonna text you because I need to make.
Right.
Right is the first word I heard him say completely. Oh, he's gone.
Oh, uh-oh.
What did I do? Okay, roger that.
That's what I think it was, but I have no idea.
Was it just bad connection or what?
Maybe.
I can't believe we still have to just hide it like that. That's silly. We're about to start.
Oh.
Well, that's what I wanted to talk about. As I said, I didn't have much to talk about. I was going to talk about that. So,
well, no, that's awesome. So everything's dialed in. You've got it submitted, ready to go.
No, it doesn't go until the 12th. The 12th is when all that stuff comes in. So what I've been doing in the meantime is, as far as my plan of attack for my current clients, and then pushing really, really, really hard on estate planning attorneys and VFWs. And I'm pretty much at the point now where every time I'm at a VFW, someone wants to sit down and talk or set an appointment with me on the spot because they're all just talking about me at this point. And that demystifying Medicare posters plastered all over every post. I'm getting ready to do coasters too.
Nice.
Like the Humana branded coasters, and they'll be at all of those VFWs as well. I think I figured it out finally. It's not the quartermaster who you want. It's the bartender. It's the people making the food. Well, I was so focused on the actual VFW members themselves instead of the bartender, thinking that if I had the post and the people in the post, that'll be perfect because they'll talk about everyone. But yeah, duh, right? Who literally talks to everyone at the VFW? The bartender. So now I'm on a mission to collect all the bartenders. I only have 2 more I have to talk to and get, and then I will have all of them as my clients. So I'm working on it. But estate planning attorneys and VFWs have just been a really, really big push. And then obviously keeping up with the T65 seminars and birthday cards as well.
Are you seeing any return from the birthday cards that you're doing?
Yeah, I'm getting like 2 a month from it. So.
And you're dropping how many?
5 a day, every day. Costs me about $250 and I don't know, 20-ish minutes a day. $250 for the month for all the supplies and everything, and about 20 minutes a day, and I'll get 1 or 2 T65 from it.
It's not bad at all.
I'll take it. It's just another little couple T65 here and there. So
It's one of those seeds, right? It's one of
Yeah.
those things that you're dropping in, and
you know what? I freaking love November and December T65. That's awesome.
my favorite time of year.
Oh, those are beautiful. I'm gonna try and get as many of those as possible.
Yes, no. December and November birthdays are fantastic for T65. And I think that's something that a lot of people lose sight on too with AEP coming up. Everyone goes, all right, cool. I got to do all my AEP stuff and get that all going. And then they stop doing their regular rotation pipeline filling activities.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can't.
I was definitely guilty of that last year. I focused so much on AEP plan, and then when it was AEP time, that's all I did, all I thought about. And then January hit, and I was like, wait a minute. I'm behind on everything else now. It was horrible.
Absolutely. So, I mean, like your T65 seminars, right? You're picking up traction with those. So, keeping those rolling through AEP, that's not going to have a gap lull with dropout going into next year for you. So, going back to what Josh was saying, what you do now is going to prepare for next year. Well, that's a big piece of it, right?
Definitely.
You don't want to you're like, cool, I'm watering my garden. Now I'm going to bust out the fire hose and soak all the trees, and I'm going to shut the garden hose off to do it. No, you leave your sprinkler system on, man. So your garden and your lawn keep getting watered, and then soak the trees while you're doing that. So, no, I'm glad to hear you say that, because I think that's a huge thing that a lot of people don't remember to do this time of year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really easy to build off the referrals and to grow through AEP that way and start building traction going into next year. But when you already have your plan of attack in place, like you're doing, that's awesome that you're got that dialed in. I don't know if Josh is going to be coming back or not. I don't know if he can get back in. I'm pretty sure I don't have permission, so we're just going to carry on.
Hey, definitely a shout out to anyone who missed the AEP launch con. Josh mentioned that he had us do that email and like kind of Canva thing. I'll send it to you in a minute here, but it was our goal and all the rules we're up against, a picture of us and stuff like that. I sent that out to all my clients who have emails that I've collected. I learned that I've been bad at collecting emails and letting them tell me, oh, I don't use it. And so I'm working on that, which was cool. I got to figure out that hole in what I was doing. And then also all of the veterans who I thought were going to respond did respond and set me up with 4 new events and then 1 American Legion guy I have to call today, just yesterday. They were calling me and emailing me. And like I said, that's why I was asking you yesterday about informal events, because they're coming up in the next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and there's 4 of them already. And I'm like, oh, man, I should be ready to go for those. Like, at least be able to take scopes and set appointments for October. Like, that's what I want to make sure I'm able to do,
Oh, absolutely. So why are you doing
great? Because that came from something he forced us to do at the AEP launch event. I would not have done that if it wasn't for that event. So shout out. If you missed that, don't miss it next year. I will be there again.
I'm very bummed that I didn't get to make that. That was
Well,
not on the agenda, but yeah, no, I mean, and that's one of the things we always talk about. One of the biggest things that gets in our way is ourselves, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not a big fire ready aim guy.
Well,
I know you're not a huge fire ready aim guy.
No. I like to calculate a little bit. I will say I do not calculate quite as much as I've seen some people.
No, probably not. So that's definitely one of the things that I need to work on getting better at. But getting out of your own way and just being comfortable with, all right, what's going on? Just,
what do you mean?
Oh, like,
Just in general?
Yeah. Why is this the way it is? This doesn't look right. Or we need to recenter this, readjust that. I don't like the way that font blends with this color.
Yes, that has been a huge problem fonts and sizes, and I finally just kept looking at it. I was like, what am I doing? No one cares what size the words are. As long as it's big enough to read and not too big, taking up the whole damn page, I think it's going to be fine. And had to just push that away. But I definitely feel you on that. I will get caught up in the font thinking that's important.
Yeah.
It's not important at all.
Having ADHD and OCD is not a good blend when you're trying to do stuff like that. It's terrible. Terrible.
Yeah.
So that's definitely one of the challenges that I've been working on. Like, but yeah, no, getting all that stuff out is good. And you going through doing that email, picking all that stuff up and just jumping in, right? I mean, that's what's going to make the difference a lot of times is just being able to jump in. Have you done anything for doing your scopes or getting anything set up for yourself? Did you catch what I was saying about that?
Yeah, I caught what you're saying about that, and that it's going out like on I don't have a fancy website where they can do it at all.
But you've got your landing page though, right?
No.
Oh, I thought you had like a drop-in landing page, your veteran one.
No, that's just a regular website where they can go and, well, I guess what they fill out is all of their information, and then I get an email saying, hey, go ahead and contact this person. Here's all our information. But it's not like an official scope.
Right. But on your site, you have a site that you could put one on that you could adjust and put a fill form in. Yes,
I could.
Like so with mine, if you go to TNT Retirement Solutions, right, you click on that, and it's got at the top SOA form here.
Oh, okay.
They click it, and it pops up the Adobe PDF. I mean, it was stupid simple going through it. So, I know you've met my mom, but you haven't met my stepdad.
No.
But he actually went to school, has a degree for like tech stuff. I don't know, computer engineering,
really?
online web design, all that kind of stuff. So he's finally actually getting to put it to use. So he did that back when he was in the corporate world before they put him into retirement, and then never really got a chance to use it. So it's been awesome getting to do that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
He's enjoying doing it, and it's almost, I think, going to turn into possibly like a retirement job for him to build and design some websites for folks and do some things. So
there you go.
He's having fun with it.
Keep busy in retirement.
Yeah. Speaking of which, boom. There's the email.
What are you talking about?
Cheryl just completed her scope of appointment. Literally, that was the email that just came in. That was perfect timing. So yeah, you can build that in. All you have to do is be able to have a customizable website to where you can tick it into that. And then you have an Adobe account, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I pay like $130 or $180 a year or whatever for the stupid pro subscription that I have. That alone, just being able to use that to do the scope, let alone everything else I do with it, that's an amazing thing.
That's pretty nice.
If you go online, if you create your form in Adobe and make the editable PDF, and then you can turn it actually into, he was able to get back in. You can actually turn it into a web link right there within the Adobe platform to just put onto your site. Yeah. Pops up, and it's got the legal DocuSign signature capture and everything built right into it. And then it just directs right to your email from that.
Fair enough.
Okay, well, we can see you. We can't hear you.
My plan for that is, I see.
Testing. 1, 2.
Well,
no, we cannot hear you.
I can see you, but I can't hear you. Like the monkey.
Right.
I can see you. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Hey.
Yes. There you go.
What it is?
He's talking about.
I'm guessing you
scopes
made
of
it past
appointment.
Henderson or Hudson or whatever it is.
No, I'm almost to Wiggins Hill.
Okay, so I got a question. Josh, is he going to be there enough? Am I going to be able to talk about that exclusive IFG thing while I'm there? Because my plan was to post about it on social media, like, hey, I'm here again today at Are we not supposed to talk about it at all, or what's going on with that? Of course he froze. Of course he froze.
He gives me a hard time for living in the middle of nowhere.
Well, what do you mean?
John, I'm going to throw Tyler in the bus. He said not to say the word Walmart.
Well, I think you can advertise where you're going to be in AEP, but you got to be very careful about marketing anything that can be construed as marketing AEP before AEP. So the only thing.
Well, then I just don't say anything about Medicare. Well, then I wouldn't say anything about Medicare. Like, my plan is to go on September 12th to that Walmart that I'm supposed to be at and just introduce myself to the pharmacist, to the store manager, to some of the employees. And I was gonna post about that, but if I'm not supposed to, I'm not trying to, because I'm not marketing AEP. I just want to introduce myself to the people I'm going to be around for 2 months.
Well, here's what I would say. I would only post things like who are you trying to attract right now?
On social media?
Anywhere. Are you trying to attract agents or are you trying to attract clients?
Well, definitely not agents.
Well, then quit talking about shit that agents
But no clients.
Quit talking about shit that agents want to talk about. Just talk about shit that the clients want to talk about. Only use, like, again, what you're going to see is I'm going to go dark on social media as far as what we're doing for AEP. Like, the only thing you're going to see, or your only thing you're going to see moving forward are the results. Because we've been giving away the pie for free for too long. So, I mean, you can watch the podcast and all that stuff, but if you want to get the goods, you're either going to be in the academy, you're going to show up at the events. Because next year, I'm not going to do regional boot camps. The Medicare Machine Factory is not going to go around the country hunting down people like I tried to do this year. Because what I found was there are a handful of hardcore people that want to grow, but it's better served with one or two events a year on that side. So, and frankly, we're going to start creating a private society of sorts where y'all on the outside are going to wish you knew what we were doing, wish you knew what we were thinking and moving forward and changing and adapting. I've moved in public eye for 2 years, sharing everything that we're doing. Not a lot of implementation. And so I learned what I learned. And in essence, what we're going to create is a system that can't be beat. And so that, in essence, I'm not telling you to, but there's not a lot of value in going around telling other agents how you're developing your relationships with your referral partners. It teaches them how to go develop relationships with your other potential referral partners or future, right? And people that want to be part of what we're doing get the help, and people that want to steal what we're doing, you know, I'm comfortable with that. So my focus for you, Holden, Tyler, me, everybody, should be two part. It should be 2/3. So you have 3/3 of your content. 2/3 of your content should be about you, who you are, what your values are, what your hobbies are, what your family is. Like for you, Holden, be stuff with you and Mariah are doing, and not always about insurance. 2/3 of your stuff should be not about insurance most of the year, and 1/3 about business. Then when you get to AEP, if you haven't gone to the well all year, it's kind of like a flip-flop where now you can flip it around and do 2/3 business, 1/3 personal family. And it's kind of like the political season where the political ads get turned up, but you want to have a creative strategy that doesn't give away the goods to anyone other than who you want them to get. So can you? I think you can say whatever you want about whatever you're doing. However, I would move in silence for the next 3 months. And then after the fact, you can spill the beans on what you did and all that. As far as giving tips and pointers, it's not that hard, y'all. Whether it's Tyler or me or Holden, whoever, those who are going to have a successful AEP are out there trying to create activity, trying to create opportunity, trying to plug in. You're saying yes to everything instead of wondering, should I do this? You should be saying, I'm doing this. Like as soon as an opportunity comes into your email box, you should be jumping on it to say yes, whether it's from whatever insurance carrier rep or your upline or whoever you get. So yeah, I think the power you have, Holden, right now is in leveraging the message to your family, which is your clients really. And the leverage point you have really is on that veteran side. And so I would encourage, do you have Go Guru set up?
Yeah, well, not all the automations and stuff, but I officially got all my clients transferred over as of yesterday.
So what you should do is go in and play around with the sites. There's a tab on there that says sites, and that's where you can create landing page and funnel pages. And you should just, I mean, it's not that difficult. Go in there. It's kind of like running Microsoft Word or Canva, and you just set up a landing page for veterans that they can you need a place for people to get referred to. Like go to this website and fill out your info, and Holden will call you. Versus here's Holden's business card, call him, which is that point of the action point that you're acting for in that situation is a more interested, more high intent lead than if you just have someone hand out your card. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Taking the
because
time
they
to
take
fill
the
out
action to go and fill it out and put their information out there.
Correct. And what you can do is with the QR code like that, there's nothing that stops the client that's trying to. You understand that the only one who can't go in and fill out the referral form is yourself. And the client that you're talking to that might say, oh, my brother, my sister, my uncle, my friend, whoever, they should talk to you. Rather than saying, have them call me, say, here, go to either you or they go to this website and put their information in, and then I can call them. That makes sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
If you wanted to refer your dad, you could go to my landing page, put your dad's information into my landing page, and then I'll call him.
Oh.
Right? And so you can turn your referral person into a referrer, but you got to make it clear that make sure that they know that this is happening. So don't just let them do that blind. In a perfect situation, what I try to do is, can we do a quick 3-way call, or can we call them real quick so they know what to expect? But every move you make between now and October 1st should be a calculated move about how can you get more visible to more clients that you can help that you haven't already helped. How can you expand your book of business? How can you grow? How can you creatively get your mission that we put together in Knoxville? How can you get that message out? And that should be a bunch of short form videos. That should be a bunch of memes. You should be able to use Canva now to create those posts. But you should have a blitzkrieg. And the posts shouldn't just be going to Facebook. The same post that you put on Facebook should go as an email out to all your clients. Should go as a text message out to all your clients through Go Guru. Especially if all your clients are in there now. You don't have to worry about the automations. Doesn't mean you can't send them out text messages and emails and other things that you can push through, right? And it really needs to be think about the last thing, the big purchase that you bought. So for me, I was car shopping for a while. And when I was in that process, what ended up starting to happen was all the websites that I was visiting started like relentlessly emailing me information, but not in like a buy me stuff situation. They were sending me you might like this, or you might like this, or it was worded that way. And so that's what you just need to do is just start text messaging them and say, hey, I was thinking about you. I have this upcoming event. I have this upcoming thing. The AEP's coming. Whatever it is, I have this new landing page for you to refer people to, so they can just fill out their info, and I can call them. I can text them. You can put in there. You need to start doing that. If you're not, by the way, is add an option that preferred communication method, text message. Because some of these folks you have a percentage of people that would rather not talk to anyone in the whole process. And rather than have them go to a website, I'd rather communicate with them via text message the whole time, and then talk them into, basically think of it like dating them over the phone first and then talking them into meeting later. On the first conversation of dating online, you don't say, hey, you want to meet today? That's kind of creepy, right? same concept here. We're trying to build a long-term relationship with clients. You do that by showing up with value over time. And not every phone call is about, do you want to buy insurance? Not every point of contact is about, do you want to buy insurance? Make sure you have a good blend of who you are, what your interests are, just random hobbies, send out recipes, have a full blend of content that has value, that shows that you're multidimensional, that you're a real human, and that you care, and make that's 100% hold on what your entire social media campaign should be about, is what the value Holden brings and what the value of what the AEP opportunity is, and how they can get behind you and your mission. Because what do they have to get behind before they're going to take action, Holden?
What do they have to what?
Get behind.
What do they have to get behind? They have to get behind me.
And
they have to want to help and support me.
Your point of pain.
Point of pain,
point
yes.
Of pain motivates people to move. You've got to get them behind your point of pain. What's your point of pain?
That would be the new rules that I'm up against for sure. For AEP,
part of it, right? But what's the big point of pain? That you don't have enough people to help. And the reason you don't have enough people to help is because the rules are difficult, and the rules have been clamped down on. And where they tried to spell it out, they tried to crack down on call center agents, and instead they cracked down on people like me. And so you want to appear as up against it as you are. And
you want to be the underdog. I remember that.
And don't forget to tell them about your competition. What about your competition?
They got a lot more money and they're spending a lot more on it. They're big enough to ignore some of those rules and just eat whatever comes at their way. But I can't do stuff like that.
Right. So say not all, but some, but enough of them that it makes it difficult for you to compete when you're competing by the rules and by the book. And so you're just asking for help so that you can overcome and help as many people get someone like me as possible, so that they have someone that cares about them and not someone that looks at them like a transaction or a number.
Yeah.
And that's the point of pain. That's the mission. You got to sew together that point of pain with the point of pleasure. The point of pleasure is you at the end of AEP, where you've helped more people than you've ever helped before. And you crushed your goals on how many people you helped. And you want to sell them on both sides of the coin, but it's really the point of pain they need to get behind. And so that's the methodology you need to be focusing on right now when it comes to your posts, when it comes to your emails and your messages out to your clients, and even when you're running into people on the street, when you're over at your doctor offices or you're over at the VFW, talk about the points of pain. Like yesterday, the veteran that I helped, I said, you perfectly say, you have TRICARE and you have Medicare. They had both in their hand. And I said, you can say right there, there's nothing wrong with staying right there.
Yeah.
I say, but here's the other options. And you go over the other options and you describe what's the one point of pain for someone on TRICARE when it comes to Medicare?
Having to pay that Part B.
Part B premium. And so that's the biggest alleviation point that you can offer. That's the first thing you talk about with a veteran is, look, that's a point of pain because technically TRICARE was doing just fine, but they forced you to get Medicare in order to keep TRICARE, so it converts to TRICARE for life. So there's a point of pain there. We got to do, there is no way to avoid that unless you just want to give up your TRICARE, which I do not recommend, right?
They do not.
And so then you walk them through that storybook where they're the one, you use the story. Look, I helped another veteran who's in the same situation and they decided not to do it or whatever. And you paint the picture of what it's like to be the other side. But that, again, it's that point of pain that motivates them, where all of a sudden, like, it's the point of pleasure that pulls them. It's the point of pain that pushes them. So you got to use the point of pain to push them away. And then once they're pushed away from the point of pain, you got to use the point of pleasure to pull them into you.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens. And so that's what I'd be doing, Holden. I would be going around, and what I would ask for is I would think of your top three. Remember in the Knoxville meeting we did, the top three?
Two of those three I've made contact with and gotten events from. I was mentioning that while you were off. I've got 4 events that just came in yesterday, and it came in from 2 of those top 3. I've only not heard from one of those top 3.
Right. So it's exactly that. So you just got to repeat that process, but now you have a new point of pain. Now your point of pain is not about you. Now your point of pain is about the people that you're helping. And you talk about the veteran, like I just did. You talk about the veteran I just helped yesterday, where they're going, well, I don't want to pay the $164.90. Well, how does $64.90 sound instead?
Yeah.
And what do you think they said at that point? And because
How
they're
does that
near
happen?
a good quality VA facility, and they're like, "Can I just keep using the VA facility?" I'm like, "Yeah." In fact,
Yeah.
I would recommend you do that if you're happy.
Correct.
However, what we can do is we can alleviate this point of pain, and you'll get access to blank and blank and blank and blank, right? And so you go through all those points of pleasure, which pull them away from the point of pain. And at the end of the process, you've solved the point of pain, you've given them points of pleasure, and when you solve a point of pain and give points of pleasure, the people can't help but refer you if you do it correctly. You just got to learn how to ask for the referral at the back end. And so that's where the mission comes in. And so at the end, a lot of them go, well, how can I repay you? How much do I owe you? There's some kind
I
of
love that
conversation
question.
at the end a lot, and that's where you want to interject. Hey, look, this is how it works for me. I rely on word of mouth because I can't call people without permission. I can't go door to door. I have to send out a permission slip and get it signed and wait 48 hours and paint a picture of the rules that you have to operate under, and then at the end tell them how they can help you. So you can help me by having someone just call me directly, or it's really easy if they just go to this website, they can fill out the form and that gives me permission to call them. Or you can text them and me at the same time, or you can give them all the different options so they can decide what's easiest for me. Because some of them go, I hate text messaging, but I'm okay with email. And some of them will say, well, I hate email, but I'm okay with text messaging. And some of them will say, I hate both, but I'll call them for you. And some of them, you got to figure out, give them all the options and let them decide. It's kind of like when you go to the restaurant, do you want to do takeout? Do you want to do delivery, or do you want to eat in?
Yeah.
And you get to decide. When you get the choice, you can make the proper choice. And that what that does as a restaurant is it makes it where some people that didn't want to eat out can order for delivery. People that didn't want to order for delivery can go pick it up. People that didn't want to pick it up or at home can go eat in, right? And so you got to give them all those options so they know how to contact you and make it as easy as possible. Make it as easy as possible. And so what I would do, Holden, is I would print out a calendar that has your 3 months laid out where you're going to be. So if you're going to be at a blank retail store, then put that on the calendar that you're going to hand out to people. And every client that you help and every person that you talk to and every email you send out should have a copy of that calendar of where you're going to be and when. So people can either refer people to you directly or they can refer people to where you're going to be and when.
I like that idea.
Yeah, like that too. Almost like the kids' school calendar. And then you can like bullet point your dates. This is a Holden in-service day.
Yeah, this one's for free, y'all. Everybody just got that lesson for free, right? And where do we learn those things? I learned them from Tyler. I learned them from Holden. I learned them from thousands of other agents in my career, of all the little things that people do to be successful. And also I pay attention to what other businesses are doing. What does my dentist do to me? What does my doctor's office do to me? What does Best Buy do to me? What do other successful businesses do to get me to pull the trigger? Because there's been a lot of times where I wanted to buy something and I've not bought it, but it just keeps getting served back up in front of me so many times that eventually I just can't help myself. As Aaron says, I'm impossible to shop for because when I see something I want, I just go get it. Like my new grill I just got. The second I knew she got me a griddle for my birthday, I went out and I got like almost every accessory you could get. The cleaning kit, I've ordered the top, a cover. She's like, "Are you going to leave anything for anyone else to buy you?" I said, "No." I don't want to wait for that, right? And so, but that's that's because I have options. And it's that buffet of options. Why is Amazon so successful? Because it's almost become like Google of shopping, where you can like literally throw any question at. Like, do you by chance have 1-inch paper clips? Well, yes, we do. What color do you want? Where it used to be like, yeah, no, we got 4 inchers. Is that close enough? That used to be our shopping experience. Like we have to settle. And so we have to understand the market's changing and we're almost through the baby boomers and we're going to be into that middle ground of some of them identify with Gen X and some of them identify as baby boomers, some of them kind of like both. But we're going to have to start adapting our stuff to basically be text friendly, text messages, and maybe even video chats and things like that are going to become very, very important for the front side of the process. I still firmly believe the back side, you can't artificially create human interaction. So I firmly believe there's still a place for that.
I agree with that.
But yeah, we just have to make some adjustments, keep fresh in the minds of the client, and everything will work out. But yeah, I'm ready. I got to jump off because I got to write some apps on the phone before I get to my appointment in person. So I'm gonna dunk 3 or 4 apps on Holden this morning just to make sure he understands where he's at. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 apps before 10 a.m. What's up?
Damn, that's impressive.
Let's get it. Let's get it. They all turn 65 too. Now that means you got to get into the turning 65 game to do that. But thanks for tuning in. I got to run. But yeah, next week let's try to do another team event. We got to get more people from the team to jump on this thing.
It's fun having people on.
Just us is better from other perspectives. So, what do you got, Tyler? You got anything to close it out with?
Yeah, no. If anybody is just looking in the audience and people that are on there, you know, I liked when we had Jelon on. That was awesome to get him in. So being able to bring some people in or whatever. So if anybody has anything that they might want to come on and jump into getting run through the gauntlet, bring them in. Somebody message Josh, message me. We'll see about getting you in. I'd love to do that again. That'd be awesome. But definitely excited for AEP and ready to just kick some apps right at Holden's face.
Kick some apps.
Yeah, we'll see. All righty, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. Let's get talking this morning.
All right, have a good day.
Take it easy.